Hey, what's going on, everybody? You are live with Osiris, and welcome to Feel Good Happiness. I would just like to say thank you all so much for continuing to stick by me, supporting the show, and growing this thing together. The message behind Feel Good Happiness is just to feel good being happy. I know it might not make a lot of sense, but you'd be surprised how many people feel bad for being in a good mood. They feel guilty sometimes for walking into environments where it's just tense and everybody wants to be angry and everybody wants to feel uptight and the atmosphere is tense. And you walk in there with your bright and bubbly personality and they are expecting you to bend at the will of their pessimism. You know what I mean? They want you to be angry. They want you to be grumpy and grouchy, and they want you to be in a sour mood, a bad mood, and they just don't want you to be happy. They want you to be just like them. Imagine being in such a good mood naturally that is something abnormal. Imagine that. Imagine being so grateful, so optimistic, so happy that people don't like you for it. I've seen it myself with me where I've been counseled right early in my military career where I wasn't a troubled person, not in the slightest. What I did struggle with, though, was conceptualizing the job of mental health. It was it was just difficult, you know? It was really difficult for me early on to like learn this medical jargon that the doctors use and all of these acronyms, and just learning the career as a mental health technician. It was just hard for me early on. And because of that, I did struggle with my work. I always had a great attitude, though, but I always struggled. And there were times where I missed many taskers, things fell short, and I just didn't have it together. But I think what was on my side was the fact that I was just a good person and somebody who was coachable and willing to work. But a lot of the other airmen, or for this to make sense for people who don't know what that is, other technicians or other coworkers around my rank tier, around my skill level, we were all in this bubble together. But they didn't struggle like I struggled. So I would get counseled a lot early on for different things, not for the same tasker, but for different things. And I would be talked to a lot by my supervision. And there would be times where some of the things that I missed, it caused them to have to stay back late many times. And, I was learning. I don't take any pity in people having to stay late when it comes to teamwork because I was learning. But because of that, there would be times where they would see that, hey, he needs to get talked to. But I would come back into the office not fazed, seemingly with a smile on my face. They were expecting me to get counseled and to be in a bad mood, and for them to see it on my face, see the emotion register that you are just somebody who got talked to, and yeah, he's in a bad mood, or yeah, she's in a bad mood. But they were expecting to see that of me pretty often, and it didn't happen one time. It's just not that serious. And that's what I want to preface by talking about, is the importance of having a positive attitude. You would be surprised how having a positive attitude really changes the trajectory of your day. I'll share a link to a website. I was doing some studies and I will just share one. It is from visitingangels.com. Just 5 benefits of a positive attitude. One of those benefits is it lowers the rates of depression. Another one is it increases productivity. It also improves problem solving. It improves the ability to work well with others. And of course, positivity equals more alertness. Again, as I have mentioned in the past, I do not want to make it seem like every day is a good day. In reality, not every day is a good day, but it can be as good as you make it. The reality behind that is you just have to do the best you can to stay in the best mood that you can. It is something you need to practice at. Practice gratitude and practice being appreciative and just be happy. I'm not saying be phony about it. You don't want to come across as being somebody who's disingenuous, because it will show. If you're pretending to be happy, okay, maybe that's on you. Maybe your happiness or pretending to be happy to convince other people that you're happy when you really aren't, maybe that's just your way of coping. And if that's the case, then you, the person who is pretending to be happy when you're not actually happy, should probably do some real soul searching and find out, why are you pretending to be happy? Is it better to have a smile on your face and walk around and give the impression to people that you work with or your family that everything is okay? And if so, then why? Are you actually okay? And if you are not actually okay, but you're pretending to be okay, you should seriously think about, what am I masking and why am I masking it? Because making those around you, cool, put them in a good mood, that's fine. You may have a natural personality to just be an uplifting, positive person, and I'm sure people love it. I know I enjoy being around people like that, but it is truly worth noting that sometimes the people who are most depressed are the ones who are the happiest in appearance. A lot of depression doesn't look the way you would imagine it to look. In being in mental health for such a long time, I can certainly tell you that the people who took their own lives, many of them did not show any signs of wanting to end their life. The ones who were showing signs and crying out for help, you can kind of put the pieces together and realize that we need to do something quick to save this person's life because they are on the verge of ending their own life. There is an habitual pattern that they show that gives you the perception that these are all the signs that they're showing and we think that they are going to end their life. In my experience, the ones who ended their life didn't show the signs of it. At least the majority of them, they didn't do it. It just, boom, it happened. They weren't even a patient at the clinic. Or if they were, they maybe came in 1 or 2 times, but it just happened. And that's what I'm saying. Depression doesn't look the same for everyone. There's that shield and there's that mask of, I just want to pretend to be happy to make everybody feel okay. And that's what I'm saying, that not every day will be a good day. And for many people, there are days that's never really a good day. And what I am encouraging is at least have a good attitude, because then that can help you get on your way to being in a good mood or to being more productive and having better results. It is absolutely okay to be in a happy mood. It is okay to be positive. It is okay to be appreciative of what you have. And no, not everybody is going to like it. No, not everybody's going to appreciate you and your joy. And no, many people won't even thank you for it. But just having a positive attitude does help not only you, but people around you. If you are genuinely being helpful, people want to be around you. People want to feed off of that energy. People just want to feel good. And sometimes being around you might be the only time they really experience genuine joy, genuine care, genuine energy that is uplifting. So don't feel bad for being in a good mood. And if you do feel bad for being in a good mood, you need to ask yourself, why do you feel bad? Who are you around that's making you feel bad? And then in that thought, you should probably consider removing yourself from that situation. If you are working there and you feel stuck, then I would encourage you to practice mental stimulation or mental trainings that can kind of psych you out of being in that work environment. Trust me, it is much easier said than done. I absolutely get that. I do not want to paint the picture of it being that easy, because it's not. It does require practice, but that's why you need to get around the right people, find a good mentor, because some of these people of toxic behaviors are in your own family, inner circle of friends, your coworkers, some of them are your own boss. And maybe you are also the problem. If you continuously are around these issues, regardless of where you move to, regardless of who you talk to, then maybe the problem is you. The judgment call needs to be made in the mirror, and then adjust that during that time. Many times people point the finger, but take responsibility. Maybe these situations that you are in are because you continuously put yourself in these situations. Control the narrative, control your thought process, and make sure that you do the best you can to just have a positive attitude, because with a positive attitude, the outcomes are always better than having a bad one. And on that note, I appreciate you all just taking the time to hear me out in this episode. I love to speak with some substance and things that can just help you. Remember, always try to find a way to go after the things that you love to do and tackle your dreams. This life is way too short, man. It's just so short, and you want to do the best you can to be happy as much as you can be before your time here on earth is gone. Thank you all so much. You all take care, and I'll talk to you next time.